Good afternoon, welcome back to another week. As you've just seen, I was out this morning with the Massey and we were getting some grass seed spread on that front field. So finally getting that sorted. Just having a bit of a wander around in the area where I planted the sunflowers and seeing if I could see anything. There is a few things, potentially, I'm not quite sure if they're sunflowers, but there's definitely a few things coming up. Sure, in a couple of days we'll find out whether they are sunflowers. They're just tiny little leaves at the moment. The grass is actually starting to show as well, so you've kind of got to get about this far from it to see it because it's so fine, but that's really good. I do still have that other bit to sow, which I'm just going to do with a spinner, which is still on the back of the tractor, so I'll get that spinned out at some point when there's less of a breeze, because there's a bit of a breeze now. Yeah, that's all good, isn't it? Another fine day. I think this is meant to be one of the better days this week. Forecast some heavy rain tonight. So yeah, we'll see what we go there. I am going to have loads of issues with thistles again, because you can already see them. Most of these green things behind me are thistles. Not really sure what to do with all them, because they're going to be in the middle of the sunflowers. But yeah, so it's kind of going to be one of them weeks where there's bits and pieces going on. I'm gardening on Friday, gardening tomorrow, and back down the farm on Thursday. I'm actually going empty in a muck heap on Thursday because someone's got a digger there, so that's going to make it a lot easier. So I'm just going to take the tractor and trailer over, and we'll get that sorted and back, and then that'll be the fuel for the following year, I think. Really happy with how the pumpkins are growing on at home. I will show you them. Because that's easy, because they're at home. I do need to get the rest of them planted and the stuff which is down there planted. But right now, I need to head home because I've got to go to Peel to go pick up something. So I'm going to get on with that. See you in a little bit. So here we go in the polytunnel, and look at these. So 90% of these have all still got stuff. There's a little one growing there. So there's still plenty more to come up. If you're looking around, you know, these ones are a bit more patchy, but they're all growing, which is absolutely grand, perfect. Even the ones under the bench, really happy with how they're looking. They're going to be lovely, and more trays here to be filled up. They need to be get done. I just planted lettuce seeds in this one here. This is one of the little trays like that one. So I need to get that somewhere and water it. And then, yeah, start getting, God, it's warm in here. What is it? 26. It's got to 39 in here. Next lot of stuff to go plant. Hang on, let me shut that. To go. Probably going to get attacked by a dog in a minute. This is the next lot of stuff to go down to the field. So all these are ready, and you can see here why we put them in these. So that comes out really easy, and that's what we plant. Got a bit of kale over there, lettuces. Can't remember what that one is. This one looks like a cabbage of some sort. Can't remember what I planted. I did actually write the labels on them, but then as soon as they've gone out in the sun, the labels have all bleached. Yeah. So, as I say, I will see you later. So the polytunnel's looking a little bit like a patchwork jigsaw with trays everywhere and a strategic path for me to try and get through the middle to water them. Obviously the ones in the middle there and the ones up there are ones that have only just been planted, so I'm just giving them a water up now. I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna trek down the little path in the middle. It's so great coming out here because every day there's more come up, and they are growing really well. A couple of trays seem to have more than the others. Now that might be a bit on the variety selections. Some varieties might germinate a bit quicker than the others, but I don't know, who knows. I put in another 800, I think it was, yesterday. That's my dog barking at next door's dog. So that gives us, I think we've got 3,600 here, and once I've got them other trays empty, there'll be another, I think there's another 7 or 8 trays to do. Hang on. That's better. Don't like my dog barking. It's annoys the neighbours. yeah, so really happy with this, you know. It's smiley job. All down there as well. Just come for a walk along Marine Drive with the dogs. This is in Douglas. I have come along here with you before, but I've not normally come this far along. So I've just come to the section which is closed to vehicles because, as you can see there, there's been a pretty good landslide and the edge of the road has actually fallen away over there. That brick that you can just see there and in the middle is where the tramway used to cross. It used to be on a bridge. Which possibly is the remnants of that steel down there, although that might be some fishing gear or remnants of a boat. But I'd never seen that lovely little arch down there. But the view from here is absolutely stunning. So I've just walked probably about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile down from just as you come up onto Douglas. I don't know if you can actually just see there's Scotland there in the distance. Yeah. Check that out. So that's all the way down to the airport down south, furthest point down there just before you go to Skye. Yeah, so just parked just outside of Douglas, up on the head, just past the what's called the Point, which I think used to be a restaurant or something. And yeah, just come for a wander down here with Willow. So Willow's with us there. Hey Willow. Just gonna have a little bit wander further on, and then we'll head back to the car. So the other great thing that I noticed the other day, well, worked out the other day, thanks to one of my youngest friends, is you could play cloud gaming on the iPad. So I'm down at the Cadet Hall waiting for my eldest to finish whilst playing Farming Simulator. It's definitely better than just watching rubbish, isn't it, on YouTube? So there's plenty of rubbish on YouTube. Don't watch videos on YouTube, they're terrible. Yeah, so Farming Simulator. I can't play the one that I normally play. Which is funny, farming in the day, Farming Simulator when I'm resting, but I could play the older version which I used to play, so I can't play the latest one because it's not available on that, but still cool, something a bit different. Right, I'm gonna crack on. Hello, good morning, and it is Thursday and I'm out lime spreading, sporting sunglasses as well because it is sunny. On some very steep fields, which you're obviously not going to, well, actually, you might be able to, if you can see the angle of the church spire out there, you might be able to see just how steep this bit of field is. And obviously that's the lime spreader, you've seen it before. And this is the one that I did the same clip with on Farming Simulator. Obviously not in this tractor. So when I was down at the Bishop's Court doing the fencing, that was that field just in front of us there. This bit's really steep, going down a big hill here. This is all gently down here now with the tractor. Hang on. Ah, wrecked it. There we go. This is all nice and steady, slow gears, diff lock, 4-wheel drive in and everything like that. The lime spreader is ground driven, so at that point it does whatever speed I'm doing, which is good. So if I speed up like I can now because I'm on the flatbed, it will obviously speed up how much it's putting out. We're putting 2 ton to the acre of black lime on here, which obviously, as I said before with black lime, we're not like a perlated lime where you've got to be wary about dosage rates. It's, one second, I just need to think. I'm coming to the end here. And what I can do is turn off the drive. So I've just turned off the drive there, change down the gear because I'm going back up the hill. Because it's belt driven, there's a little hydraulic roller which pushes in on the drive. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's not as critical for the application rate on this as it would be on a perlated lime or a granular fertilizer or something like that. It's just a case of it's going to slowly incorporate itself and just slightly change the pH of the soil. And these fields are very yellow because they have been sprayed off, not by us, by someone else. There's a very brave person bringing a sprayer up here. Sprayers are a bit big and unwieldy. But yeah, so I'm going to concentrate, I'm going to get this on, I'm going to carry on listening to some music. And got one more load to go in this field, and then we're on to the big field next door, which is 20 something acres, 26 27 acres, I think it is. So that's going to take up most of the rest of the day. See you later. Just a quick show to show how steep it is. I've just not been able to get up that bit. I've run out of traction on a dry day, on a dry spot, because that's full. So there's 6 ton in there, I think. But you can see the hill in front of us. I'm still pointing uphill. I'm not flat. You can see how steep it goes up there. So I'm going to have to go around this bit and hope that it spreads to the side of it. I mucked up first time because I didn't have it in 4-wheel drive, but everything is locked in now and it's still not going up there. So yeah, all the fun. Evening, I've just walked down to the field. I've walked down to the farm to come and get my tractor because I'm in the midst of trying to make something, and it's going to be easier having the tractor at home to try and make it. And I thought I'd come and have a look up here. So there's still absolutely no sign of any sunflowers, which is a little concerning, but we'll just deal with that when whatever happens and blame the crows. Grass is starting to show. That's kind of good. I think I'm going to finish the video here. So it is Thursday. That's unusual. I normally finish on a Friday, but tomorrow I am gardening anyway, so it's not really anything too interesting, is it? And I think after a couple of short videos recently, this one's definitely got a little bit more length to it with lots going on. So yeah, I'll be finishing it there. So thank you so much for everyone who subscribes, follows and watches and shares and on all platforms. You know, we're on all over the place. It's really nice to see the engagement which I'm getting now, you know, people commenting and liking and sharing stuff as well. So yeah, thank you so much. Hopefully next week my creation will be complete because I'm hoping to try and use it this weekend. So I'm sure you will see some footage of that if it works, and I'm sure you'll see some footage of that if it doesn't. So as I say, thank you so much for everything, and I'll see you next week. Take care.